Hi, my name is Cheryl Mosey, and I am the creator of Startup by Faith. I started my business a few years ago, and it was all about saying yes to stepping out on faith to starting my business. And so I created this series of discussions with other women entrepreneurs because I wanted to understand what brought them to their yes, what made them step out on faith to start their business. And I also wanted to understand their challenges. So this is what Startup by Faith is all about, and I hope you enjoy the series. Hi, my name is Cheryl Mosey, and welcome back to an episode of Startup by Faith, where we believe, build, and sell. Today, I'm so excited because I have my girlfriend here from New York, and her name is Tara Darnley, and she is the founder and creator of Darlyng and Co. I should say co-founder because she and her husband, Carl, founded Darlyng and Co. And I'm super excited because Tara and I met probably in 2015 at the Baby Expo in New York.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about your company and some of the things that we're working on. So Tara,
Yes.
where are you from?
Originally?
Yeah.
I'm from Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
I am from Jamaica, and I'm excited to be here. So thanks again for having me.
You are welcome. So when did you come to the US? Tell me that little bit of story.
Oh, so background, I came here at 16, yeah. And then I went to high school. And then from high school, due to certain situations, I decided not to pursue college. Mm-hmm. And then I met my husband and then we started to build. We had full-time jobs, and then from there...
Well, where did you work?
I worked in catering.
Okay.
Like nothing to do with baby.
That's okay. You know what?
Nothing to do with the baby industry. Yeah. So I did work in catering, in the food business, and that was fun. It actually taught me a lot in how to handle business and how to do business and a lot about budgeting and all that good stuff. But it wasn't my passion. Mm-hmm. And so when we decided that, okay, we're going to have a family, the goal was to just have a family, and then I was going to be a stay-at-home mom. And that was life made for me. And it still is life made for me. Like, just staying home with my kids, that's like the ultimate blessing. So that was a plan.
So you have 2 children now.
Yes, we have 2 beautiful children, Alethea and Amir, 1 and 3 years old.
Oh, so tell me about, so your company, Darlyng and Co., you make baby products.
Yes.
It's obvious. And something happened when you had your first daughter to make you come up with this idea.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
So we had our first daughter, and of course, we were over the moon. My husband was home at the time on paternity leave. Yes, men take paternity leave. And so while he was home, he would just always like be fidgeting with little stuff like, oh, what if we did this? What if we did that to solve this problem? Like every baby problem, like as new parents that we had, he was like, oh, let's fix it. Let's make this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can we just enjoy being parents? And so she started teething at 2 months old.
That's early, isn't it?
Very early.
Okay.
And so, like, even going back to our pediatrician, we're like, is this possible? Can she be really teething? And they're like, yeah, it's very normal. Babies are even born with 1 tooth, so it's quite normal. And so at the time, she was like the perfect baby. Like, she was literally, she slept all night, she ate. And so when she began teething, it was just really frustrating for us because we couldn't help her. She just wanted to self-soothe herself, and the only thing that brought her comfort was chewing on her hands.
You know what? I'm going to stop you right there because, and that's what babies do. The first thing they put
chew on their hands.
But so I remember old school, you know, when we would go and buy the teething, what do you call it?
They're just regular teeters, and they normally have like water filled inside.
Right, you would put it in the freezer to help ease the pain.
But because we're millennium parents, we like fancy stuff, and we like stuff to look nice. So I had a major concern with those teeters because I didn't know what kind of liquid it was inside. Most of them aren't water. Parents believe it's water, but it's really not. And
what is it? Do you know?
I don't know, but if you like open it, it's not water. Like it's very gooey, and it sits there like so long. So we weren't sure like what toxic was in that. And then the chemicals on some of the teeters that we were finding, we were like, okay, there has to be like an alternative, and then just for her to self-soothe herself. And so we put on some gloves on her. I think it was like a snow mitten we put on. And then she was just chewing away. But then we're like, okay, we need something better because she needed like something to really suit her gums. And so then we started working on prototypes. We went to the store, got like more snow mittens. We cut it apart, and then the Yummy Mitt was born.
Wow. So you wanted something beyond the regular teething ring that we used to call, or the toy, the plastic toy that you would put in your mouth. And I said old school because my kids are in their 20s. But, you know, and we didn't really have a choice. And I'm picking those words very strategically because even though I didn't have a choice, you could have said the same thing.
Exactly.
This is what's on the market. But you made a choice to say, you know, I don't want my child chewing on this stuff that has who knows what in it and it could break. And I want something that I know is going to be safe for her, that's going to work. So you came up with what? Show us.
So we came up with the Yummy Mitt Teething Mitten. So essentially the Yummy Mitt Teething Mitten is a mitten that the infant can wear on the hands and self-soothe themselves. So this is actually one of our newer versions. The first version has a silicone all on top. This one we made a little bit simplified, so the silicone tabs are all around. And we wanted to make cute designs. So this one is a cat and this one is a dog, because what parent or baby doesn't like animals? And so we wanted it to be super friendly while they're teething, because it's a very painful stage for babies and parents.
Yeah.
So we wanted it to be playful and fun. And so when that time comes around, there's no stress like for the parent and the baby. And it's super safe. It's made from 100% cotton, and it's actually certified cotton, certified by Cotton Inc. So we made sure we took the extra step to get that done, because safety is our top priority.
Yeah.
Silicone, we didn't want to just use any type of material. Silicone is super safe. We all use it. We use it for cooking. We use it for our everyday living. So we wanted to make sure all the materials we knew how to pronounce, meaning that other parents would know how to, like, you know, they know what it is. They know what's going in their baby's mouth. We're safety tested to be resold worldwide. So that's what was our top priority. And let me show you. So you open it right here, and it's super easy to put in.
Yeah.
And you just close it. It's Velcro, so you don't have to worry about them like chewing on any plastic tabs to swallow or chewing on anything to swallow. So it's super safe.
I love it because
and it's machine washable.
Right, it's machine washable. But you've actually tested every piece of material here because you want it to be safe. Because we know the first thing that babies are going to do is put it in their mouth. And you know, I ordered this is the Yummy Mitt, right?
You ordered a few.
The Yummy Mitt, and I ordered a few as gifts items for parents. And when I got there, and I was like, wait, it's only one Yummy Mitt.
Yes.
And she said, well, you only get one. I was like, well, you know what? It makes sense. Why would I put two Yummy Mitts on my kids' hand? They're only going to put one.
And parents, and believe it or not, like, we had to really think about that too, because we mimic our child, and she only had one at a time. She wasn't like using both fists.
Exactly.
And so we also thought about the development of the child. We didn't want to hinder any development. So while they're teething, we didn't want them to just get used to just putting both in their hand. We wanted them to assist themselves with the other hand, so that actually increases their dexterity in the long run.
Wow.
So in the long run, if they start teething at 3 months, by 4 months, they're now able to self-soothe themselves with both hands and say, okay, I know how to grab, I know how to pick up, I know how to release.
So their motor skills too. So they are learning even with the Yummy Mitt. So I love this.
Thank you.
I love this product.
And you'll be surprised. The number one thing we get from grandparents is like, oh my gosh, I thought about this like 20 years ago. So like you said, someone has thought about it, but we executed it.
And I love that. And that's what Startup by Faith is all about, because you know, you had a problem, number one.
Yes.
And your problem was you didn't want your daughter just putting anything in her mouth. And this was the best solution, because naturally babies put their hands in their mouth, and so you decided to do this. And you have, how do you protect this? You have a patent or anything on this?
Yes, we have a patent on it, and we have trademarks. So everything is super protected. But of course, in the real world, you have to protect your patent. And if you protect your patent, then you have to go to court, and it's a long run. So it's easier said than done when it comes to protection. I always say you have to pay to play. So if you want to really protect your patent, you have to pay. So we've had some people who've tried to do similar things, but you can't, counterfeit never beats the real deal.
Right. So. Now, how long have you, when did you start making these? When did you start
so we had the idea in 2014, December 2014, and our first prototype was in less than a month. And then we finished production in 3 months. So we came to market within 3 months. Like, we were super determined.
Wow. So tell me how the whole manufacturing,
Sure.
How did you find the manufacturer?
Sure. So that's the hardest part. I think any person has, any inventor or anyone who wants to start something, is the manufacturing part, because you have to really find someone and vet someone that you can trust with your idea, trust with the process, making sure they ensure that the quality is up to par. And so we were very, very blessed to find the best manufacturer ever. And they're still with us today. They've been growing with us. They've made other products for us. And so we were very blessed to find them straight out the park. And the first prototype, literally, we had to change probably 1 or 2 things.
Wow.
That's why we were able to go to market so fast. So what I would say is definitely make sure you vet your manufacturer. Don't rush the process. Everyone is going to come at you with different, well, I could do this for this amount of money. I can do this. Like, in the beginning, I think someone wanted to just do the rendering, like, to put our idea on paper, and they wanted like $5,000.
Wow.
And you could get that very affordable, like, nowadays. So you'll have people coming at you offering all kind of things. So I would definitely say take your time and, research, do your research, see what others have done, find out if there's a similar product on the market, what that other person has done, the steps they've taken.
You know what, it's very rare to hear an entrepreneur say that they've had success with the manufacturer. Because I have some horror stories to share. And so, that's wonderful that you've been working with your manufacturer for 3 years, and it's been a great relationship.
It really has.
And you've been able to promote your Yummy Mitt beyond just being on your website. Where do you sell currently?
Okay, so when we initially had the first batch, I was this mom, like, I was on the computer. I'm like, okay, I want everyone to know about this awesome invention. And this is where I would say make sure you prepare before you start pitching to anyone, and prepare for the opportunities to come in. And so when I started pitching, the first person I pitched was Steve Harvey's show. His show is very brand new. And so I pitched to the show, and I heard nothing back in like a week. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe that producer that answered that email, they weren't interested, but let me try another. And that's the thing too. So if you pitch one time, don't just give up that one time. Like, keep pitching, because there's several different producers reading these emails, and maybe they're not interested, but someone else might be interested and see like your product could meet a story. And so that's what I did, and my story got picked up for a Mother's Day segment, which was perfect.
Wow.
But they wanted the set. They literally called me, and they're like, okay, can you jump on the phone right now and do an interview? So I'm
within
nursey.
a week or a little?
No, the same day they call me.
Oh,
they're like, okay, we need you to jump on the phone and do an interview right now to vet you to see if you're qualified for this segment. So I literally had to go change. I had like milk all over me because I'm nursing. So I had to go change. That's why I say, make sure you prepare for the opportunity. So I had to like give the baby to my husband, brush, put on some makeup. I did the interview. And she was like, okay, can you bring the baby on camera and can I see the baby using the product? So everyone knows you cannot like force a baby to pretend they like something. So thankfully, my daughter really loves the product, and that's how I always tell parents, like, if your kid likes a product, they like it. Like, we can't force.
Right.
Anytime you see like a picture of a baby using a Yummy Mitt, their parent is not there forcing them like, hey, smile.
Right.
So it's organic. And so my daughter started chewing on it like right there on camera. She was like, oh yes, bring her, come on. And I was like, well, what if she doesn't do the same thing on camera? And that's why we were able to get that opportunity. And we had no production, like we had no products.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we had to tape within a week. and that was Mother's Day. But when we taped, it was amazing. We were able to do pre-orders, and we were almost sold out of our pre-orders because of that show and that opportunity.
So you took advantage, regardless, you didn't have any
No one needed to know
inventory,
that.
and you went ahead and went on the
Yes.
Steve Harvey show, and
Yes.
that just blew it up.
Yes.
So you sell internationally now, right?
Yes, we
Oh
do.
my gosh, so where do you sell?
So when we started, so before even Steve Harvey, the video with my daughter using the product went viral on Instagram. That time, no one really was on Instagram, but like a few people. And so it went viral, and I had parents from all over the world just saying, hey, where can I get it? Ship it to me. And so when we did our initial pre-orders, we had like from all over the world. Like we were getting from Africa, from Canada, from UK, from everywhere, Thailand, like everywhere people were ordering. And we're like, okay, so we need like distributors. And we started having moms from other countries reach out to us like, listen, I'm a stay-at-home mom. Can I distribute your product? And I love that because they would be able to really sell my product because they knew what it meant, they knew what we stood for, and they knew the passion that we have for our product. And so we teamed up with those, moms, and we got our products. So of course we had other big distributors, but I always like to work with small companies, small business to help their family as well.
So you're selling in the UK.
We're in the UK, we're in Philippines, which is one of our biggest like international, surprisingly.
Wow.
So we're in Canada, we're in Australia.
So you're worldwide.
We're worldwide.
Oh, that is awesome. And it started with the idea.
With just an idea.
So this is wonderful, and it sounds like things have been progressing very well for you
Yes.
over the last couple of years, and I haven't heard anything about any hiccups along the way.
Of
You
course.
must have had some challenges because this is too good to be true.
Of course.
So share with us one of the challenges that you had to work through to make things happen.
So our biggest challenge has always been, and up to this day, is just scaling. And
Wow.
that's a good problem, but it's a challenge because we are selling so rapidly, and then to keep up, so we're always reinvesting into the business, putting back into the business to get supplies, to hire the right people, and just help us scale. So that's always been our challenge, and hiring the right people is a challenge in itself, just getting people to like believe in what you believe in. And just, having that culture within your company. So that's been one of the struggles. But definitely, I would say just scaling and just having to get, we started off with 3,000 pieces. Then now the next month, okay, you need 10,000 pieces.
Ooh.
And, it keeps going. But thankfully, I could say, our parents have been super helpful with us. My husband, his mom and father, and my mom. I don't think our family really understood our company or the visions we had, but they were super supportive financially. I had my mom say, okay, here, take that.
That's great.
I'll rather invest in you than my retirement because I know whatever you believe in, you're going to make it happen. And the same thing with my husband's family. And so that's really helped us a lot.
That is wonderful. Not everybody has that support,
Yes.
so you're very fortunate. So I see some other products on the table that
Yes.
you have expanded from the Yummy Mitt. So
Yes.
tell us very quickly about this product and then this one and where you're selling these products.
Sure. And even before I mention the products, I would say one tip for entrepreneurs: if you're coming out with a product, don't name your company after the product if you are thinking about long-term goals, saying you want to expand. So for example, if we had named the company Yummy Mitt, which a lot of people, they were like, why isn't it named Yummy Mitt? I'm confused. What is a Darlyng and Co? And they didn't understand our vision because we knew we didn't just want to sell Yummy Mitt. And so if we had done that, now we'd have had to be rebranded.
Right, that's very
So
smart.
we started with Darlyng and Co, and it's not our last name. It's really Darlin. We just spelled it differently because our kids were our darlings, and
I didn't know that.
Right?
That's beautiful.
And we
Okay.
consider all babies to be darling to their parents. And so now we have our suction bowl, and we suck it down. So it suctions. So your baby can't pull it up. And you, as parents, you just have a tab and you can pull it up easily. But for your kids, it's really hard to pull up. And as you can see, this has a super playful design.
Yeah, it's
This is
cute.
from one of our actually characters, and it's called the Yummy Buddy. And you remove the top. It has different portion bowls for their fruits and vegetables. My kids love it. You can use this for cereal, and it has a cute little spout. So my daughter, she loves this because when she's like finished with her cereal, she's like, and it's super easy to use, fork and spoon. And this has been like a really great seller.
Oh.
And this, you could just rest their spoon to just teach
that's
them like a little
cute.
etiquette.
Oh, that's so adorable, and it makes eating fun.
It really does. Like we have parents sending in these cool pictures, and you could put it like
look at
this.
that. I like that. It'd be a bigger bowl,
Right,
and
for us adults.
I can work with that.
And
that
was
is
the
cool.
goal. We wanted to make mealtime fun again,
Yeah.
exciting, because kids are super picky. We know our kids are picky too, but thankfully they love fruits and vegetables. So we wanted it to be fun where, you know, they could just have mealtime and they're laughing with the character. We've been getting pictures of the kids like smiling with the character and like clowning like the ears and stuff. And then this cutie is our new sippy cup. And this, oh my God, we sold out in a week when we first
And when you
launched.
say sold out, how many did you sell in a week?
A cup, we started with like a small batch of like 2,000 pieces and we sold out. And because we wanted to test it, because we're like, okay, people know us for the Yummy Mitt. So we're like, okay, are they gonna like consider us for the sippy cup? Because we put a lot of thought and work into our design. We wanted to make it antibacterial, number one, because I was tired of, and parents could super relate to this, like when you buy sippy cups, you at least throw out about 10 of them a month because they mold so fast.
I was getting ready to say the mold.
The mold so fast. So the material is antibacterial, so it does not mold. And I've tested this, like, as a mom, I've left juice out. Don't advise that. But it happens because we get busy, we fall asleep, and I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, it really works. Like, I could just rinse it out. There's no mold. I don't have to be like, oh my God, Iki, I have to throw this out. We wanted to have a straw. So for those, like my baby just turned 1, but when he was transitioning, it was perfect for him because it had the straw, and even if he tilted it, the straw followed the liquid inside. And so it was easy for him to use. And the spout is similar to like boobies to the breast.
Look at that. Turn it around. Let's see that. Look at that. Even the shape, that makes a difference.
And it's like super good for like, I know a lot of parents.
Natural. Like
exactly, comforter. And a lot of parents come back and say, oh, my baby's teething, and it's so comforting for them. So that, those are part of the design factors. We wanted them to be able to hold it. It's super lightweight, and like we have it in pink and blue, and it's like easy to clean. Because as a mom, I'm always thinking about simplifying parents' life. And so you could just remove like each piece and it's super easy to clean.
That's pretty cool. Well,
Thank
look at
you.
you, girl. Go ahead.
We're trying.
Well, you have grown your business
Thank you.
from the idea and from the Yummy Mitt to adding new products to your company and your business. I love what you have done, and it all started with believing in your abilities to do this business and to grow it. So I'm so happy that you stopped by today, the String Theory Schools. And we're going to be working together on a new, let's say it together, new diaper bag.
So stay tuned for that, guys. It's going to be awesome. Like, awesome. And thank you for working with me on that. And I was like, when I brought it to you, you were like super excited, like, girl, yes, let's do it. And so thank you for believing and collaborating, not competing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So thank you so much, Tara, for stopping by the String Theory School. We appreciate you. And this has been Startup by Faith, where we believe, build, and sell.